We've all been there, late at night, scrolling through videos, flipping through channels. Then we see it. A glimpse of something incredible, a feat of strength, an act of unexplainable skill. Could it be real? Is it possible? The human mind craves the extraordinary. We tell stories of gods and monsters, of heroes who defy limits. To think that somewhere out there, someone might possess abilities beyond our wildest dreams. And let's be honest, folks, there's a part of us that wants to believe. We want to believe that we haven't seen it all, that the world still holds mysteries, wonders beyond our comprehension. Look back through history. Every culture has them. Stories of gods and demigods, of heroes with incredible abilities. Hercules, with his unmatched strength. Achilles, invulnerable except for his heel. These myths and legends have captivated us for millennia. But what if they were more than just stories? What if they were echoes of a time when superhumans walked the earth?
Ancient people witnessed incredible events. They saw nature's raw power, experienced phenomena they couldn't explain. Without the framework of modern science, they attributed these events to supernatural forces, to gods and monsters. But imagine for a second viewing these myths through a different lens. What if the incredible strength attributed to Hercules was actually an early account of superhuman ability? Could Achilles' invulnerability be an exaggerated tale of an individual with extraordinary resilience?
Consider the feats of strength and agility depicted in ancient art. The massive stones used to build Stonehenge, the pyramids of Egypt. These structures defy our understanding of ancient engineering. Could they have been built with the help of individuals possessing superhuman strength? It's a tantalizing thought. The possibility that these ancient legends hold a kernel of truth is both intriguing and unsettling. Now, let's jump forward. We're talking Cold War paranoia. Governments vying for power, pushing the boundaries of science and ethics. This era birthed some of the most enduring conspiracy theories. At the heart of many, the pursuit of creating superhumans.
Projects like MKUltra, shrouded in secrecy, fueled these speculations. The CIA's own documents admit to mind control experiments, exploring the potential of psychic abilities. These programs, while officially deemed failures, left a trail of unanswered questions. Rumors persist of successful experiments, of individuals with enhanced abilities living off the grid, products of government manipulation. Were these programs truly abandoned, or did they simply go deeper underground, becoming even more classified, even more ruthless? What if governments succeeded in unlocking the secrets of the human mind, enhancing cognitive functions, even manipulating thoughts? The implications are terrifying. Imagine soldiers who never tire, assassins with unmatched precision, spies who can extract information with a single touch.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Genetic engineering. It's no longer science fiction, folks. We're living in an era where we can literally rewrite the code of life. CRISPR, gene editing. These aren't just buzzwords. They're tools, powerful tools, and they're rapidly changing the landscape of human potential. The implications are mind-blowing, and frankly, a little terrifying. We're talking about the potential to eradicate diseases, to enhance existing traits, even to introduce entirely new abilities.
Imagine a world where genetic modifications could give you superhuman strength, enhanced senses, or even immunity to aging. It sounds like something out of a comic book, but the technology is rapidly advancing. We might be closer to this reality than we think. But with this power comes a whole Pandora's box of ethical dilemmas. Who gets access to these enhancements? Will it create a new class divide, where the genetically privileged rule over the unmodified masses? And what about the unintended consequences? We're messing with the very fabric of life, and we can't fully comprehend the long-term ramifications. Think about the potential for abuse. Imagine governments using gene editing to create super soldiers, corporations designing designer babies for the highest bidder.
Let's say for a moment that superhumans do exist. Right now, walking among us, how would we even know?
They wouldn't be flying around in capes and tights. They wouldn't announce their presence with lasers shooting from their eyeballs.
The real mark of a true superhuman would be their ability to blend in, to live undetected in a world that wasn't ready for them. Think about it.
Someone with enhanced strength wouldn't be competing in strongman competitions. They'd be working construction, blending in with the other laborers, their true potential masked by everyday tasks.
Someone with heightened senses wouldn't be on a stage showing off. They'd be living a quiet life, their enhanced perception hidden behind an unassuming facade.
The true superhumans, the ones who understand the implications of their abilities, would be living double lives. They'd be masters of disguise, of blending in.
They'd understand that revealing themselves to a world unprepared for their existence would only lead to fear, to persecution, to endless scrutiny. And think about this.
What if some of the unexplained phenomena we witness, the stories we dismiss as hoaxes or hallucinations, are actually glimpses into the lives of these hidden superhumans?
Let's be real, folks. We're obsessed with superhumans, comic books, movies, video games. We can't get enough of them. It speaks to a primal part of us, a longing for something more.
We crave the extraordinary, the impossible, and the media knows it. Think about the sheer volume of superhero content out there. Marvel, DC, the list goes on and on.
They present us with characters who are both relatable and aspirational. This constant bombardment of superhuman imagery has a profound effect on our psyche. It normalizes the extraordinary, blurring the lines between fiction and reality.
But here's the kicker, folks. We don't need comic books to find examples of human potential pushed to the extreme. Look at the world around us. Athletes shattering world records, pushing their bodies to the absolute limit. Chess prodigies outmaneuvering grandmasters before they hit puberty. Musicians channeling emotions through instruments with a virtuosity that borders on the supernatural. These individuals might not be shooting lasers from their eyes, but they're demonstrating that the human potential is far greater than we often give it credit for. They're pushing the boundaries of what we think is possible, achieving feats that would seem superhuman to the average person. And then there's the world of science and technology, constantly pushing the boundaries of human capability. Prosthetics that mimic the functions of lost limbs, brain-computer interfaces that allow us to control devices with our thoughts, genetic therapies that hold the potential to cure diseases and enhance our physical and cognitive abilities. Now, I've talked to a lot of people on this podcast. Serious researchers, scientists, people who dedicate their lives to exploring the unknown. And some of the stories they tell, let me tell you, they make you wonder. We're talking accounts of telekinesis, precognition, people who seem to defy the laws of physics. Is it all bunk? Maybe, but maybe not. Take the case of Ingo Swann, for example. This guy, he's credited with developing remote viewing for the CIA. That's right, actually seeing things from miles away, just using his mind. The CIA even documented it. Now, whether you believe it or not, the fact that the government was investing in this kind of research should tell you something. And then there are the stories of people who seem to know things they couldn't possibly know. People who predict events with uncanny accuracy. Coincidences? Maybe. Or maybe there's something more at play, some kind of extrasensory perception that we're only just beginning to understand. Look, I'm not saying I believe everything I hear. Far from it. But there are some stories, some experiences that defy rational explanation. And the more you dig into this stuff, the more you realize that the world is a stranger, more mysterious place than we often give it credit for. So, where does this leave us? Are superhumans real? Are they walking among us, hidden in plain sight? Or are they just figments of our imagination, fueled by comic books and late-night conspiracy theories? The truth is, we don't know. And that's the beauty of it, folks. The mystery, the unknown, it's what keeps us questioning, keeps us searching. We're constantly bombarded with information, with claims of the extraordinary. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, to believe everything we see and hear. But it's more important than ever to be discerning, to think critically, to question everything. Because the line between fact and fiction is becoming increasingly blurred, and in a world where technology is advancing at an unprecedented rate, who knows what the future holds? Maybe superhumans are just the next step in our evolution. One thing's for sure, the human mind is capable of extraordinary things.